Hey, Liam Ward here at LearnTheHarmonica.com with a new lesson on a really cool, funky blues turnaround. So today we're looking at a really cool, funky blues turnaround on an A harmonica. Now, if you don't have an A harmonica, you can just follow this lesson on a different harmonica, use the tab anyway. But ideally, you want to use an A harmonica. This lick is actually taken from an original Liam Ward Band track called Filthy Rich. That song's going to be on our debut album later this year, and we're crowdfunding that album right now. So if you'd like to get your hands on some signed merchandise, or if you'd like some really exclusive experiences, follow the link to the Indiegogo page beneath this video to help support my debut album. So you heard this little lick at the start of the video. Now let me tell you a little bit about it. By turnaround, in case you don't know, I mean the last few bars of the 12-bar blues. Now this is a little bit quirky because often you'll talk about a 4-bar phrase or a 2-bar phrase, sometimes they're just short ones. This one is actually more a 3-bar phrase. So if you're familiar with the 12-bar blues structure, what we're doing is we're playing over the 4 chord, and then we're playing over the 1 chord, and then the last bar, which sometimes go to the 5. Now, if that means nothing to you, don't worry. You don't need to know that stuff to play the notes. Do check up my lesson on 12-bar blues structure and try and understand that, because it's really useful to know anyway. You've heard me play it. I'll play it again for you, and I'll play it a little bit slower. Okay, now there's quite a lot going on in a short space of time there. I wanted to give you this one to push you a bit. Now, I know I have some absolute beginners watching. I will talk about how to play this if you are a beginner, but there are some tricky techniques in this. I'm not going to hide it. There's some blow bends in there. There's also an overblow. What I thought would be great with this is for you intermediates who are trying to push your playing, put some blow bends in, maybe put an overblow in. It would be great for that. But for you beginners, we'll talk about some ways to get around that as well. It's also using that top end of the harmonica, which it's often overlooked. Let's face it, we're a bit scared when we get above hole 6, maybe hole 7. So this is a way of getting up to hole 9, but then we bring it right back down to 4 as well. So I think it's just a little bit quirky. I'm quite happy with it. Came up with it, during a rehearsal with the band, and it's stuck. It's going to be on the album. So yeah, I think it's got a certain merit to it, and hopefully you'll find something useful in it as well. So let's have a look at the tab. You'll see the tab on your screen. Now the first 3 lines are basically the same. They're all triplets. So we've got triplets in there, which again are a really good thing for you to practice. It's actually got a lot of different aspects which are useful here. So we're starting with an 8 blow bend. So it's a semitone bend. The 8 blow only bends down a semitone. We're starting on that note, and then we release it to the to the 8 blow. I think I must be too tired. 8 blow, and then the 9 blow. And we do that 3 times, so it's 3 triplets. 9 notes, 3 sets of 3. Da 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 da. If I slow it down, you can hear those 3 notes. When it's sped up, it's less easy to hear the distinction, and you might blend that 8 blow, sorry, why can't I say 8 blow today? 8 blow bend, you might blend that into the natural note. Hear that release rather than do that staccato, separate notes. Sometimes called a scoop because it feels like you're scooping. If you can't blow bend, it's really good practice for that technique. But if it's not happening, you could perhaps change this into an 8 blow, 8 draw, or 8 blow, 9 draw, probably better, and then 9 blow. Or even we could do a 9 draw after an 8 draw. So 8 draw, 9 blow. Let's sing. That might be a bit more bluesy. Anyway, really to play this you need that blow bend to be in there. So hopefully you'll be pushing you on to practice your blow bends. That semitone bend on the 8 blow. The next bit, we do a kind of an 8 blow bend scoop again into the 8, but we're not going to go up to the 9 blow. We actually then slide down to the 6 blow. Which is a little bit weird, a little bit quirky, and I quite like that bit. So we're going to do a little bit of a scoop. And then you can either jump down to the 6 or you can slide down and get a rip or glissando where you hear the, in this case, the 7 blow in between them. At full speed, you're not going to hear it massively. It's not a melodic note, it's a passing tone. So it's not part of our melody as such, but it's a nice little thing to have. And it actually makes it easier, I think, than having to jump and get that 6 really kind of precise. So our last line to add on to the end of that sounds something like this. Now what this is a chromatic descending line. Each step is a semitone. That isn't usually possible on a harmonica, hence we need an overblow. So again, another thing to push your playing here, we've got a 5 draw, 5 blow, then we've got the 4 overblow, and then we have the 4 draw. I'll talk about what to do if you can't get that overblow in a minute, but first off, let's just think about those notes. That is kind of a classic turnaround feel to it, that ba 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 bum, gives the feel of a turnaround, a pickup for the next 12 bar blues, or the next 12 bars of the blues. If you can't get that overblow, what I'd suggest is not filling in another note there, but actually putting a little rest. I kind of tut it, I tut. It's a percussive sort of filler, if you like. You don't have to do that. You could just... But I quite like the percussive side of the harmonica. I quite like the fact that it's very close to the human voice, and that in our playing there's a humanity in it, that there's something of you in it. And I quite like those little grunts and those little noises. Some people would say they shouldn't be there and you should clean that up. But my favourite player, or one of my favourite players of all time, a guy called Paul DeLay, used to do all kinds of grunts and noises through the mic, and I kind of think, yeah, good enough for him, good enough for me. So I was doing a ta, just literally ta, ta, just a breath out, and it fills that gap, and it means I don't skip onto the next note too soon. So I think that's what you should do there. Instead of playing that overblow, if you can't, just kind of leave yourself a rest and maybe give yourself a percussive ta to kind of fill that space. So if we put those together, I'll play them nice and slow. Okay, now I'm going to put a backing track on just so you can hear where this falls in the 12 bar blues. I'm going to kind of talk our way through the 12 bars. When we get to those last 3 bars, I'm going to play it just so you can hear it. So this is a 12 bar blues backing track in the key of E, which suits our A harmonica. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the 5, and then... This is actually a backing track, it's a David Barrett backing track which loops the 5-4-1, so we can keep doing it again and again, which is really good practice. Worth checking his website out. Here we go. To the 5, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm aware that might have been over your head, me going, oh, to the 5, you know, and just kind of coming in. It is really useful, although I say to play the notes, you don't need to know anything about blues structure, chord progressions, but it is really useful for coming up with things and practicing things to understand the structures over which you're playing. So do check out my lesson on 12-bar blues structure. Haven't got time to go into that today, so hopefully that hasn't thrown you off too much, but do check that lesson out. Really, really useful to know that sort of stuff. I hope you've enjoyed looking at this with me. It's something a little bit different. I quite like it. It's quirky. If you've enjoyed this lesson today, please click like, share with your friends, and subscribe for free harmonica lessons every single week. And also, please check out my crowdfunding page. Follow the link to the Indiegogo page in the description below. If you enjoy my lessons, it's a great way of saying thank you by either donating towards the album or actually just purchasing one of the perks. I'm offering really cool experiences and some signed merchandise and stuff like that. So go and check out what I've got on offer and please support my album. I'm going to be back with another lesson again soon. Until then, enjoy your practice. Take care. Cheers.